What's going on? Okay, in this video we're going to talk about how much a pawn shop will pay you for your power tools. Do they even take them in? Do they pay well? Do they rip you off? What's the deal? Before I get started, I just want to cover a little groundwork. If this video provides you value so that you understand what pawn shops are thinking when they look at power tools, give it a thumbs up. If you decide you want to learn more about the pawn industry or financial matters in general, subscribe to the channel. I'll tell you everything I know. Okay, so let's talk about it. Pawn shops, power tools, do they take them? Yes. More often than not, they are happy to take in almost all kinds of tools, but particularly power tools. So how much do they pay? Well, that's a much more difficult question. Like all things, there's brand name items, and then there's not so great like name brands. You can go to Harbor Freight and you can spend $14 on a cordless drill, and if you take that to a pawn shop, they may not take it at all. But you can also go to Home Depot and spend $250 on a DeWalt 18-volt cordless drill or whatever it may be at the time, and those they're going to take. But how much are they going to give you, right? That's what you're really here for. That's what you want to know. Well, like with all things, power tools fall under the same rules that the pawn shop's either going to pay you a percentage of an item's new value or a percentage of an item's current used value. So which one is it? Well, with most of these power tools, it'll be a percentage of the used value if that pawn shop uses eBay as a basis for making offers, and I will tell you that most pawn shops do. So let's say you walk in there, you have your drill, the first thing they're going to do is look up the model on eBay and look for a drill kit that's in similar condition to yours. And let's say it sells for 50 bucks now, they're probably going to offer you like 10, 15, 20 bucks for it, because they know that if they have to sell this, it's going to sell for $50 maybe, but by the time they take out eBay fees and pay one of their employees to clean it and list it and make sure it works and pack it and ship it and all that other stuff, they're only making like 5 or 10 bucks on it. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like, wow, so they're going to give me 15 bucks for this thing that they're going to sell for 50? Yeah, but really when you take all of the expenses out of it, they're only making like 10, 15 bucks themselves. So that's an unfortunate effect of a lower priced item. However, if you have something like a demolition hammer, a big Bosch demo hammer that sells for $600, you're gonna get a lot more for it. You're gonna get 200, 300, 400 bucks for it probably. So don't think like the world is lost. I just used an example of a cheaper cordless drill that everyone has around versus a demo hammer. But if you have a demo hammer or a higher priced item like that, you're gonna get a lot more money for it. So don't be too dissuaded. It really just depends on the item you're bringing in. Now, if the pawn shop works on percentage of new value, you bought that same drill for $250, you walk in, you say, how much will you give me for it? And they work on 10% of new value, they're gonna give you 25 bucks. It's not that much different than using the eBay value system. It's a little bit higher in this particular case, but not dramatically so for the drill. But going to the demo hammer example, if they use that same 10%, they'd only be offering you 90 bucks on the demo hammer if it costs 900 new, which is not going to be the case. You can probably still get a lot more for it. So the thing with power tools is it's all about the name brand, about the condition. So when you go and you take your tool to the pawn shop, clean it up, okay? Just spend 5 minutes. WD-40 actually on the outside of the plastic works really, really well for breaking off some of the light surface like mud and dirt and things that get on tools and grease and whatnot. And then make sure the batteries are charged. Make sure you bring the charger. In the case of a cordless tool, if you don't bring the charger and batteries, you're really not doing yourself any favors. Because you have to keep in mind the pawn shop wants to make sure that this item works, right? They want to make sure that what you're bringing them isn't a burnout drill that you beat up and doesn't work anymore. So bring a charged battery. And if you're going that far, bring the charger, because remember, a pawn shop is looking at anything you bring in for a loan like they have to turn around, sell it one day, and a battery and charger makes that much easier. How much will they give you for your power tools? Between, let's go with the big range of between 20 and 30% of the new item value, depending on what tool it is, and assuming that's a good name brand, it's not, something from Harbor Freight or an outlet like that. And if you want to get the most amount of money possible, clean it up a little bit and bring all the parts and pieces with it, you know, the battery, the charger, the handle that goes on the side of, let's say, cordless drills, or the skid plate that goes on the bottom of jigsaws, just kind of using some examples for you. You bring all that stuff, it's in good shape, it all works properly, you'll get some money. And assuming it's a good name brand. And, you know, like I said at the beginning of this video, if that helps you, if just thinking about it like, okay, I gotta bring all my parts and pieces helps you, give the video a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep on just dumping all this knowledge on you. You know, I did this for 10 years and here it is. Now it's yours. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'll check you out next time. Bye.